Okay, it's 5:06 a.m. However, it's daylight saving, so it's okay. It's daylight saving, so it's only actually 4:06. Okay, nigga, like you're making a video at 4:06 in the morning, as if that's like a huge difference. And I was in my bed as I am now, about to go to sleep, and something I remembered something really special tonight that I want to share. I was like, oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. So, me and my friend Lorenzo, uh, tonight we went to my friend's house, like on my friend's 40th birthday party. And we get there and I'm dancing, bro. I'm so happy. Like, I get to celebrate my friend's 40th birthday. Like, I'm so happy that he invited me. He was at the it was at the Houdini estate, so where Harry Houdini used to live, and that thing is like a mansion. It's just like you can't even believe it's actually a house. It's it's an interesting place, and I didn't realize the depth of the place until I got there. I was like, oh shit, like this is crazy, man. Like, oh wait, dude, like Houdini lived here? Like, wait, what? Like, this is a quirky place, but also like this nigga was rich. This nigga had money. Like this nigga was balling. And you get to be like, whoa, like this was his estate? Like, wow. It was incredible. And I do wish I got actual like footage in general. Like I was like, ah, it's whatever. I didn't think of it as a big deal at all. To be honest with you, I was like, I get to celebrate my friend's 40th birthday, and I'm like not understanding the magnitude of like the coolness of the place that we're going to. And my friend yesterday was like, Greg, like, dude, this is crazy. Like, we're gonna be there. I'm like, yeah, man. It's like, dude, I just know someone who is like, just so happens to throw his 40th birthday party at the Houdini estate. Like, it's not that big a deal. Like, I feel like I feel like my family can do that. Like, okay, like it's nice, but it's like, yeah, I mean, okay. And he was wowed by it, and I was like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Like, kind of wowed by it. I was like, look, dude, it's my friend's 40th birthday party. Like that is what is dope about this, right? Not really thinking about this mansion. So I woke up today and I was so excited. I was so excited to go. I was like, man, I've been waiting for like a month and a half for this, and it's a birthday that ends with a zero, so you know it's gonna be a big bash. And I was just so excited, man. I was so excited, and I was dancing this morning, and yeah, man, I was just in such a good mood, man. And then I got to hang out with my friend Lorenzo, and Lorenzo is also really well connected. He he's very well connected in the LA area, and he's my same age, and he has a massive network. And the cool thing is like I have a massive network, he has a massive network, and there's very little overlap between the two networks. Like we know completely different people, so it's like, dude, like there's such a magnitude of force. And there's a feeling of like possibility. I mean, we've already made an introduction through our networks already. Um, I believe so. One of us knows a nine-figure entrepreneur. Okay, and this person is very well respected. I mean, I don't really know how much this man is worth, but he's worth nine figures for sure. And the other guy, he may be worth nine figures if not very high eight figures, I would imagine. And yeah, we made the introduction between the two people for potential synergies, and it's like it's just so cool, dude. It's like wow, I can't believe we just made that introduction, and not just that, he went to this event today as well. It was this big health food thing, and he's been raving about this product called Purium, and I'm gonna get myself some as well because it's it's extremely nutrient dense. You get about what I've read online or heard online is you get about 96% of your daily intake of uh, exactly what your body needs to really function optimally throughout your just throughout life. And like the guy who is the founder of this company is responsible for like in the USA on organic food products. There's like a little label that says USDA, right? Organic, something like that, right? It's like a green stamp that signifies this is a organic food product, and he is responsible for that stamp being on that on all organic food. And think about that, like that's not an easy thing to do, like to change the law across the United States. That's that's some pretty crazy shit. So this man is responsible for creating this company called Purium, and Lorenzo actually like the guy. Lorenzo kind of knew him before. Like I think he met him once before, but he met him again, and this time the guy gave Lorenzo his phone number, and it's like dang, like you can't even believe it, dude. You can't even like believe it. You're just like seriously, it doesn't register. It literally didn't register in my brain. Like he said it, and I was like, okay, this is cool. Okay, and then I'm like, wait a second, what? What? Like this? That's crazy. And yeah, that's just really crazy, man. And he was feeling really good about that. So anyway, um, I got really sidetracked. How many minutes is the video? 7 minutes. Okay, I got like 5 minutes sidetracked. um, there was a. I was supposed to tell a different story. Not. I was not supposed to go into this much detail, but I hope you enjoyed all that detail of just fucking randomness. Um, so the birthday guy, he's turning 40, right? He's a successful entrepreneur. When I met him in 2021, somebody asked him what he's been up to, and he's like, "Oh, I've just been traveling to events. That's it. I've just been going to events lately." I'm like, "Wait, so you just are living your life traveling and going to events?" It's like, "Okay, well, damn, you got some freedom, like, or you got some autonomy to be able to live like that. Like that's really cool." And it's not like that they can. Some people might think, well, he must have been um he could have been struggling financially. Like who like there's a way you can do that while also being broke. I feel as you can figure things out as time goes on. I've done that myself. I mean, just being able to pay for events and just not having the money. God. But this guy was a member of a mastermind. Um, this was Tony Robbins Platinum Partner Mastermind. Um, I'm not sure what year he joined, but you know he's paid anywhere between 65K and 85K to be a member of that. And so yeah, I mean that's a pretty penny. And on top of that, like there's other expenses, but I'm not gonna get into that. Whatever. So, um, so I introduced him. I used to introduce the guy to Lorenzo, and Lorenzo, like, this is the first time I've ever seen Lorenzo actually like network, right? Like, it's interesting because it's like, okay, he has a massive network, and I'm like, I mean, the guy seems pretty similar to me, at least from what I've observed, and I feel like we really understand each other, like on a we understand each other on a subconscious level. That's crazy. That's a it's a very interesting connection. And when he's in that kind of environment, it's like, whoa, like he really is what he says he is. He's known as the master. He calls himself the master connector, right? You can go on Instagram, look up Lorenzo Master Connector. Like, that's him. He puts master connector when he gets someone's phone number, he gets their phone and types in Lorenzo Master Connector in everybody's phone. And he does that intentionally. He is a very intentional guy. He is very intentional. Everything he wears is intentional. It's it's just so deep, and I learned so much from that guy. I learned so much from that guy. My goodness. So, time to get to the story. So, or maybe this whole thing is the story, right? It's like maybe backstory because I know my friend, but you have no idea who my friend is. As a matter of fact, like in my network, actually, nobody knows who my friend is. Actually, um, nobody knows who. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, my former business partner, yeah, she does, but I mean, I like based on the interactions that she had with me and with me and her and Lorenzo, they weren't enough of a sample size for um for her. I This is what I feel, for her to really get a firm sense of who Lorenzo is and where his heart is, right? Because that was a challenge that we had at first. Like, where is his heart? Like, is he trying to get one over on us? Like, is he who he says he is? Um, I mean, he's kind of an eccentric guy. We don't know. The thing is, it's like you cannot put Lorenzo in a box. You can't. Like, he's so diverse and multifaceted. You know, he loves music, and not just like music, just music, but like he likes a whole different huge variety of music, and not just that, but he has so much music depth of knowledge. There's a video that I have that I may post one day, just thinking about it right now, made me think like, oh man, maybe I might actually post this, because it was really cool. We walked into a record shop one time, and I had him explain these records to me, and the video is like 20 minutes, 21 minutes of just us in a record shop talking. And I remember when we were in that record shop, I remember I had thoughts of like posting this on YouTube. Even this is way before I even made my mind up in terms of posting on YouTube. I was like, maybe, I don't know. This seems like it would be cool to post. Anyway, so back to the story. Um, it's interesting to hear my inner chatter. You know, the when I thought about how I just said back to the story, I felt there was insecurity behind that, as if the people who are watching this will feel like, okay, just come on with it, come on, get along with the story. But to some people, they are really actually very interested in everything that I'm saying, and um and are having fun, enjoying listening to what I have to say. So the backstory really provides more depth. Okay, I had to I had to catch that because my brain wouldn't let me go past that. Um, so Lorenzo meets Dustin, and he starts. So Lorenzo says he's talking right, and it's okay, and then pretty quickly Lorenzo goes. He goes, I heard this from a billionaire. Okay, he said you're 40. I'm 27. If you were in my body, knowing what you know now, and knowing that you're 40 and that you can help me, what questions should I be asking you? Damn, that was dope, bro. Whoa, what a question. And then he asked another group of people. He asked them, where do you focus? What are you focusing on these days? What are you focusing on? Damn, bro, that's a question, bro. What are you focusing on these days? They were like, I like that question. They lit up, and I was like, even me, I was like, damn, bro, like I've never heard anybody ask that, and he had such a amazing follow up to that. Very charismatic, and my friend was like, I would ask, how should I be spending my time? What should I commit my time to, and how to master my mind? And Lorenzo's like, yeah, I'm about to ask you that. And you know what Lorenzo did? He fucking asked him that. And they got into a conversation. And it was just such a awesome time because my friend was like, yeah, no problem. I'm happy to share this. And it was so amazingly well received because I've never done anything like that. I've never done anything. I've asked I've no, I take that back. There was a time where I was asking entrepreneurs who are doing over seven figures, um, like those entrepreneurs who are doing over seven figures who are in my life, I would ask them, "What would you do?" I was like, me as a young entrepreneur, right? What's like the biggest advice like you can give me, like in terms of helping me with my entrepreneur journey? And I got some cool responses to that. Um, yeah, I got some cool responses to that. Like one of them, this guy, he's definitely a little older, and he said, if there's a problem and money can solve that problem, you don't have a problem. Like fix it, pay the money to get it fixed. It's worth just getting it out the way. And it's like, huh, like in the way he said it, right? It's like it's from experience, and it's like, well, hmm, that's that. Wow, I wasn't because like I wasn't. It didn't feel like I was close to coming to that realization. It's not like I was like in the process of trying to figure out how to solve that specific problem, but that was something that I didn't even know that I didn't know. I didn't know that I didn't even know it, and so yeah, that was cool. And and that's pretty much it. They had a good conversation. And one thing that it's interesting because I was being aware because I don't know, I guess I put in my mind that he's going to be very busy because it's his birthday, everybody's going to want to talk to him. And I it's interesting, like in my own mind I already said I don't, like, maybe don't stay a while and have a conversation. Let other people connect with him as well. And it was interesting to see how much time he gave. And I was like, oh man, like that's interesting. Like I told myself that story, but it wasn't entirely true. So it's like, well, what do you do like for the future to um maybe not go in there with that expectation, maybe not going in. It's hard. I don't know. I don't know. I guess going in with no expectations. That's what I felt like. I don't know. Okay, maybe like I did go in there with expectations. Right, I was like really expecting it's good to be a great night, and it was amazing night. Like I'm so grateful for that, right? But like expecting to have a great night is are still expectations, right? So when there's expectations, then there's it's not just starts. It doesn't just stop there. There's also like other scenario, um, perhaps experiences that I would visualize in my head, and just makes me bring aware like, hey, you know what, maybe that isn't true. Or maybe, like ask yourself like, hey, mm, hey, is this true? Right? Because I had the idea in my head, I was so certain about it, but then reality was different. So forming, I guess, being aware of like forming projections or expectations, and just like bringing awareness and being like, how can I? Okay, I think the thing is, okay, I got it. It's the answer is to be present. The answer is to be present, not to go in with expectations of this is gonna be. This is the 40th birthday. It's gonna be grand. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be amazing. Which they met all of those expectations. However, it's like maybe I would have went into that interaction much differently with him and Lorenzo had I just was just completely present and I didn't put those expectations. Cuz expectations only exist in my head and not in actual reality. Damn. This is a mind fuck, dude. So, there's definitely more to the story. But for like other to just drive home other points, there's maybe yeah, there's definitely so much to unpack. Um, I'm gonna put this intention out there. I think it has a possibility to happen, and I, as of right now, I don't know how, but knowing how the world works, sometimes things happen within 24 hours time that just solves that problem. It's like I would have never ever creatively thought about this solution. Like, whoa, okay, like this works too. Like, that's really crazy how that worked out. Like, we did not expect that. So, but yeah, it would be fun to do a podcast together with Lorenzo, just talking about connections, but not just that, just like being goofy and silly and all that kind of stuff. So, anyway, it's now 5:30 in the morning. I hope you got a lot from this. I definitely did. I had fun. That was incredible. I did. I didn't realize I've been doing this for almost 25 minutes. Wow. Dang, dude, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. I should do more of these, huh? More story times. I've done some cool stuff. Maybe I can share all that cool stuff with you. Yeah, cause like the life that I've lived has been it has been nothing short of the perfect ingredients to what makes an interesting life. and doing it in a way that's fun for me, but also is fun for you and is impactful for you. I used to run a I used to run a 5 a.m. call called the Morning Hustlers every day, and it was 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I had people show up from all over the world. But you know what, man? Like, truth be told, like the Morning Hustlers was like it was about ego, it was about me, it was about my image. It was it wasn't so much about the impact. Um, it was more so about me, right? Like, and you know, this is definitely it's definitely okay to have some stuff that is about you. You know, like I wanted to get better at speaking. That's for sure. I also wanted to be able to teach lessons from something that I read in books or something that I read because I heard if you want to retain something, it's best to tell it to someone within 48 hours of learning it. Helps it, you know, stay. And I was like, dude, if I do this every day, like I'm gonna learn more and more of my material. And it was fun. It was definitely fun. Um there was definitely fun in there. A lot of fun, a lot of connection too. But you know, also a lot of ego. And with ego came like, you know, this false sense of power. And I'm glad I I'm glad I had that experience because now I feel like I'm coming at it from a different way. Like I'm coming at it from a different intention, and it feels more about like an experience that you and I share together than it's just about me or it's just about you. It's like, hey, like I'm having fun. Like we can have fun together here because I love telling stories, and I have I have a fucking shitload of them. And I'm about to have even more. I'm going back to door to door sales on May 1st, so I'm about to have even like way more stories. I'm about to have way more, and I already have a lot. I have so many damn stories that we're gonna be well acquainted. All right, I'm definitely not gonna be able to get some sleep after telling some fucking dope shit. Now I'm all hyped. Like, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you really really like the video, share it with a friend. No, share it on your Instagram. Boom. Thank you.